Welcome back to Girls Overheard. Today's a special episode because we are joined by a guest from Mafs 2024. We've got Sionainn.
Hello.
Welcome to the Girls Overheard Confessions Cafe.
Thank you.
That's where
Cafe.
we are.
Oh, very
Cafe.
fancy.
Cafe.
The Christmas cafe.
The Christmas Cafe
Exactly.
is very Christmassy today. If you weren't feeling festive, you definitely will when you leave here.
I am now.
But we are buzzing to have you on for a chat.
We are big Mafs fans. We've been talking about it a lot the last few weeks, haven't we? Like, dissect. I feel like there's so much of it.
I know.
There's so much.
It's a lot, isn't it?
So we've
Yeah.
always got stuff to catch up on, don't we?
Yeah.
There's been a lot happening.
4 nights a week is...
It's
Yeah.
a full
Commitment.
commitment. Yeah.
So
It's a
have you
marriage in
been-
itself, that one.
Yeah,
I
it
actually
is.
watch it all the
It really
time.
is.
It does.
Have you been watching every episode as it comes out then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of nights that I've been like out or whatever, but as soon as I get in, I'm like, Channel 4 OD, get
Yeah.
this on. Because we don't know like what's being shown until it's being shown.
Yeah.
Which is actually mad because I always thought that you would get like a wee sort of like preview, like right,
Yeah.
this is your episode for, or not maybe not like week by week, but almost like a block of them. You could watch them
Yeah.
through.
No.
But it's the same with like Love Island. They say the same also. But by the time they come out, like they
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
to watch it all back or whatever. Like, does it feel weird to see yourself on the telly?
I hate watching myself.
Do you? Do
Are
you cringe or
yeah,
do you,
are you
like
desensitised to it now though? Like
No.
after watching a few episodes? Not at all.
No, every time I see my face, it's like a jump scare.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise how expressionate I was.
really?
And if every episode I was in, there was like a rotten face from me, and it was just like
That's
Like,
us
why
watching the
am I
pod
like
back
this?
as well.
Yeah.
We do that. Like you watch
It's
something back
so
and you go, I
weird.
don't even realise that I do
Yeah.
that face.
So I love watching it when I'm not in it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you do hyperanalyze yourself,
Yeah.
which is weird because you're not doing that to anyone else.
No, and you don't see
Yeah.
yourself in that situation ever. Like you're seeing yourself from all angles, like
Mm-hmm.
almost from somebody else's eyes.
Yep.
So weird.
And camera does make everyone look different. Like,
Yeah.
for example, I said to you today, I thought you were going to be super tall.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to be really, really tall. And you're not.
Just a wee
You're the same
guy.
height as me. I think you're 5'5".
Yeah,
Yeah,
5'5"
you're the same height as me.
exactly.
Because we eyeballed. And he was like, you're not tall after all. But what I would say, right, is see from watching the series, I thought you came across so well.
Yeah, you did.
Honestly, right.
Are
And
you
I know
happy with it?
you probably heard that from all your friends and family, right? But I must admit, you came across so great.
Thank you.
Very level-headed. Like, I just thought you did really well.
Thank you.
So thanks for representing Glasgow and not
I
making us
tried.
embarrassed. Because
I know.
usually when
Yeah.
you get people from Glasgow, they embarrass you. That's the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Usually
true.
Scottish people, you're like, not all shows, right? But you go, oh my God,
Not another one.
not another one.
Have you had a lot
Got
of
another
people
one.
come up to you, like recognise you since it's been
Yeah,
out?
a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
I think I went in a wee bit naive. I didn't realise how big the show was.
Oh, really?
You never know, because like loads of series like that will come out and sometimes they hit and sometimes
Yeah.
they don't. It just
It
depends
could
if
have
there's
just
drama.
flopped.
Yeah,
It could have been like the world's worst math season.
it was a good one.
And we would never have known. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was just all really weird, and like I'm still not used to people coming up to me. I do enjoy it. Like everyone that's spoken to me in person has been so nice.
Oh,
to
really?
Me. Like I had one woman literally cry.
No
way.
way.
Like, one woman cried the other day.
Well, because she was just
She was
overwhelmed.
so excited.
Oh,
and I
that's
was
amazing.
just like, I'm actually really boring.
No.
Why are you excited?
It's
You know
the
what,
imposter syndrome, that is it. It's so true, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't get it. But it is lovely, and everyone's been really nice, and I've had loads of people saying the same, like, I've come across really well. And I'm just really glad
that's
about that,
great.
because, like, obviously the editing's totally out of your hands. So I had no idea how I was going to come across, and I
Yeah.
just tried my hardest to be myself with everything that was going on, and it is intense.
I thought you were insanely honest, which was good. So even at the beginning, so when you first get matched and you
Yeah.
weren't as like, so let's just actually touch on that. When you got married, did you get to pick your dress?
Yes.
Did you? Right, 'cause you were
Yes.
wondering that.
That was my favourite look.
Same.
The,
I
stunning.
loved your dress so much.
the big bow and
Did
everything
you get to
like
keep
that.
it?
Yeah.
The
Did you
boots.
still got it?
You got to keep it.
I've got it in my room. And then I wore it for my viewing party. So it was like, my episode came out on the 8th of October. And then the next day was my 30th.
Because you went in. Oh, was it?
So it was like, I
that's
had my
so
party, my 30th party and my viewing party at the same time. So that was
is
like, cute.
amazing.
Had my dress on, and then I had my new hair and all that. So it felt different.
Yeah.
But I just loved my dress so
It was
much.
gorgeous. I thought it was
so
really
cool.
nice.
I love
And then you came into this series like halfway through, which is strange because I always forget that they do this, where
Yeah.
they like bring a whole load of new couples in. Did that feel weird? Do you feel like, for your perspective, did you feel like you were catching up with the rest of the other couples, or?
And I didn't know I was going to be an intruder until I was down filming my couch session with the experts. That was when I found out. So it was
Yeah.
pure like last minute, like 3 weeks before my wedding, I found that out.
Right.
So
How
I
did
had
you
no
feel about that?
idea.
Because it feels like, for me, I would always be worrying, is it like, am I like the Casa Amor version of the
Yeah.
Mafs season? Do you know what I mean? But it didn't feel like that at
No,
all.
I didn't want to come in and it be like they were putting me in to shake things up. Because I was like, I'm not the person that's going to shake. Well, it kind of ended up going.
Well, there was a wee bit of drama.
We bit of
I
drama.
didn't expect to have any drama going in, but I honestly thought going into my first dinner party was the scariest part of the entire
The
experience.
dinner parties are wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely
They're so
wild.
intense.
So did you feel worried because they already have like friendships and you were like,
Yeah.
I'm literally the new girl. It's like first day at school.
Literally, and I've got major anxiety anyway.
Do you really?
So like, see, going into it, I was freaking out. My wedding day was really weird. Everyone was like, "Are you okay?" Because I was like, chilling.
Yeah.
This is fine.
But also, you just have no idea. You have
Yeah.
absolutely no idea what. Do you think Ryan was what you asked for?
No,
Not at all.
no,
Really?
no,
But looks wise?
no.
Really?
So what was your criteria?
Like, obviously, Ryan is very handsome.
Oh
very
yeah,
handsome.
the-
Aesthetically
yeah.
pleasing.
Yeah.
But I like a little bit more kind of rough and ready.
Yep.
Love a skater boy. Love a long hair. And he was like the total.
He's quite
Yeah.
clean
brows
cut, isn't he?
done,
Yep.
and he got his hair cut every 3 days. Like,
Stop it.
more high maintenance than me.
That is a commitment, isn't it?
And I was
Wow.
like, nah. I
It's
don't,
totally not what
don't
you were
rate it.
expecting, but you did say that at the beginning. You're like, I'll keep open-minded, but
Yeah.
it's really not what I was looking for.
Yeah. And I thought, like, maybe this is what I need because none of the other ones have worked
Yeah.
out.
And then you
so
also know that they've matched you with somebody, so you're like,
for a reason.
personality wise.
Yeah. So I was like, do you know what? I'll see past it. The style and stuff was not my vibe. I kept saying Spice Boy, and they were like, Shannon, what does Spice Boy mean? So I was like, wait, is this
Boy
just a
band.
Scottish
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like he could be in a boy band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, I'll see past it. I'll see where it goes, see what is actually going on with him rather than just how he looks.
Yeah. And what did you think when she started chatting to him and stuff? Did you just click quite early on?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say like the kind of dinner bit after the ceremony was a little bit awkward, but like I spoke to his family and stuff like that, introduced myself, and they were all lovely. So I was like, right, his man was really nice as well. So I was like, okay. So we started chatting that night. I think we ended up staying up till like 4 a.m, just like gabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how can you come down from that? It's
Yeah.
like you've got so much to say.
Yeah, and we
And
were
you're both
quite
pretty
lucky.
friendly people. It seemed like you.
Yeah.
The first episode of you guys together, you're both like it would be natural for you to want to go and like chat together because
Yeah.
you're both quite. You're just nice people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. And then, like, I think that was one of the reasons they said that they put us in as intruders because they knew that we would be able to just make friends with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice that night. And then we were quite lucky. Most of the other honeymoons, they left at like 4 a.m. and stuff like that. But we didn't leave till like, I think it was 3 the next afternoon or something.
that was good.
So we had the whole morning just to chill. Like, you do a wee bit of filming, like finding out where you're going and stuff like that. And it just actually felt like quite normal with him.
Were you happy with your honeymoon? Were you gutted?
I
I'd have been wanting the
devastated.
Maldives. I would have been wanting the Maldives. I'm sorry.
I think it was my own fault though, because they phone and they're like, right, we're sorting honeymoons and stuff like that. What do you like doing? Have you done this before? Can you ski? Can you do this? And I was just like, I'm okay with whatever. Like, I
Oh,
would
be
prefer
easygoing.
prefer somewhere warm, but I'll go wherever.
Do you wish you just said, I want the warm weather?
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
feeling the
Yeah.
cold. I'm from Glasgow.
But I was on the phone like,
Give me the
I
heat.
love snorkeling, like I love animals, and they're like, we'll send you to a city. I was like, that great.
Thanks.
Copenhagen, lovely. And then Ryan thought
I'm
it was
not
in
coping
Germany.
whatsoever.
Yeah, I did not have a time. And then I bloody got a chest infection while I was there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
How long
not
were you there
great.
for?
5 days, I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
great.
But it was, do you know, I actually loved Copenhagen. I would go back. in the
That's on
summer.
our list, isn't it? Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go there.
I would do it in the summer, not in the winter.
Yeah.
Too cold.
Because that was back in January, wasn't it? You filmed
Yeah.
this. So you've had to wait like 10 months.
It's a
It's
long
actually
time.
a
long
time.
I mean, you say you suffer with anxiety. You must have had a knot in your stomach the whole time until you've actually seen it.
It was
Now,
so weird.
what a relief to be like, right, it's done.
It's out.
And I'm happy because at this point, like, you're no longer in the experiment.
Yeah.
But now you can just be like, right, I did it and it went well.
Yeah.
What made you want to do it in the first place? Just
This is pure
curiosity.
embarrassing, guys. So I was like kind of seeing this guy, and then we faded out. He was moving away, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, right, if I come back, could we revisit things? And I was like, do you know what? We'll see when it comes, see what happens. And then my birthday came around and he didn't wish me happy birthday.
Oh.
Same
I
thing.
was fuming.
Done.
And then, like, the next day, the ad for the application came up and I was just like that.
Were you like, that's a sign?
That is a
Yeah.
sign.
Can I swear?
Yeah, of course you
swear.
can swear. You joking. We swear all the time.
Fuck's sake, you can swear as much as you want in here. So
I
you
was
basically
just
took
like-
that as a sign
Yeah, I was
that
like, I'm
came and
gonna go
found
for
you.
it.
Oh, that's
And it
so good.
happened so quick for me. Like, I'm not joking. I'd done my application in work at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm still on shift. I probably should not be saying this. Sorry, blast. And then, like 45 minutes later, I got a message from the
45
casting.
minutes later. Stop.
Yeah, it
Creme de
happened
la
so
creme, by the way. The
quickly.
amount of people applying and they're like, she is great,
I
got
was
her
literally
immediately.
like, but then you have to
casting
go
stuff
through
like
like
that, yeah.
different interviews and stuff like that, and then you go down to London and meet the producers and all that, and then eventually you get confirmed. So I didn't get confirmed till like the first week of December.
Do you find out how many people applied?
No.
Must be thousands.
Yeah,
It's got to be.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's got to be
As
thousands.
it grows
That's
as well, like,
amazing.
yeah,
a lot of people
Wow.
want involved.
That is so cool.
Would you have done it?
Yeah, I would have done all the reality shows
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
in my
good.
in my day just because I love reality telly.
I actually feel
That's
like out
me.
of all
Yeah.
of them,
I'd want a
Married
shot.
at First Sight would be. I think that would be my top one. I
Do
think
you
I would do that. Yeah, I just think it's. I love the setup of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love it for the three experts parts. I would be like, this is like therapy.
Oh yeah, I love
It is
them.
literally free therapy.
Yeah.
Were they good? Did you like them?
I found them really intimidating.
Did you?
It is a wee bit like school teachers, isn't it? That's what I get the impression it's like that.
And like when you go into like the commitment ceremonies and stuff like that, you have to have a pure like straight face. And I was terrible at that. I was pure going in.
Hi, how are you?
And they kept being like, right, do it again. Shannon's smiling too much. And I was like, oh, sorry, everyone.
I'm smiling too much.
So I had to be like,
Oh,
going in.
Straight face.
oh, it's so funny.
Aw.
See that though, when they do the commitment ceremony, does it take forever? Because I imagine, right? I do imagine I would be so bored, and also like I'd find it really like it would zone me out completely having to go through like how many people is there? How many couples
Oh,
are
I
there?
think there was like 11 at one
Right.
point.
So if they're all getting like what I don't even want to do the maths on that.
Analysed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And you're
must
5
take
minutes.
forever.
You're on the couch for about 45 minutes as well.
Each.
Yeah. It's so long.
Wow.
Which is
So,
mad
so
because you
long.
think some people that you see at them, some people's are obviously longer than others.
Yeah.
Some people, if they're sitting on the 45 minutes, or how much are we not
I know.
actually
Uh-huh.
managing to
Yeah,
see?
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff
That's
like
it.
that?
That's it. So there's so much like going on. I think commitment ceremonies, you're normally there for about 12 hours, 12, 13 hours.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Wow.
No wonder some
Yeah.
of them are crying and all that
I
because that's
know.
all.
Yeah,
And then by the
I'd be
time-
crying just out of boredom.
Yeah. Alex fell asleep one day.
I'm actually not surprised. Do you think that the expert's advice was fair? Like, as in, so see, when I watch it back, sometimes I feel like there's stuff that happens and they call it out, and I'm like, yes, we
Yeah.
want more of that on telly. Do
Yeah.
you think it was quite fair?
Most of the time. I think there's some situations that they probably oversee things.
Right, okay.
And I think sometimes there's a little bit of bias going on.
Right.
But I think most of the time they're pretty fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I don't know if I'm allowed to have favourites, but I love Charlene.
Oh,
I think
she's really good.
I think she's really great. And she's like, so,
She's a sex therapist.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she's so like kind of personable with her kind of advice and stuff like that. Whereas I found Paul sometimes I feel like speaks in riddles, and I was like, I actually don't know what
He's
you're
very
trying to
poetic,
say.
He is
isn't he?
very
Yeah.
poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like my
yeah.
brain doesn't work like that, so I can't figure out what you're saying.
That's
Who would
true.
you say out of all the couples, who do you think is the best match together?
I would probably say this is dead weird, but I think Casper and Emma.
Same, by the way. Really?
Yeah.
I've been thinking this for so long, but he just is so stubborn.
Yeah.
I thought that.
I think if he just got out of his own head
Yeah.
and let his walls down a wee bit more.
'Cause
it
his
would have been
thing-
great.
I loved
Like,
Emma.
I love her.
adore that
Is
woman.
she amazing?
She is one of the best people I have
She's like a
ever
nation's
met.
sweetheart. She's
Literally.
like, how could you not like her? And
I
this,
could
what's it they
spend-
say? She has like toxic positivity, right?
Yeah.
What a strange thing to say. I know what they mean. It's almost like she has like a guard up of like just being so happy all the
Yeah.
time, right? Because it kind of protects her from showing any other emotion. But I think that's so infectious. Like you need people like that in groups. Like
She's
that's
an
so
angel.
important.
I can't explain how amazing she is. She's literally like just this bubble. She comes in and everyone is just like
Oh, there she
amazed
is.
by her. You could listen to her speak for ages. We all went down, was it September we went? We all went to Holly's house and we went to like Alton Towers and stuff like that. It was such a fun wee weekend. And then we got home and Emma was just like telling us stories about her neighbours. And it was like we were watching a movie, we're all like this.
Just
can't
And
listening.
then
imagine.
what
Yeah.
happened? And then what's this neighbour like? Like honestly, you could listen to her talk for hours.
I
Do you think
she's great.
Casper's
She's great.
thing? I know they made a thing of the start that she reminded him of
his
his sister.
I think that's true though.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were very
They're very
similar.
alike.
But do you think that's just something he needs to get over, and then actually
Yeah.
they would be a good match together?
Yeah, for sure. Like if he could see past that and just, I think maybe I've got a really good friendship with Casper as well, so I don't want him to be offended by this. But I think he was a wee bit intimidated by Emma.
Yeah,
She's a
because
big
such
personality.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's true. But also, I do think that for me watching it, right, I do think if that doesn't ever come to anything, right, at some point he's going to have massive regret when
Yeah.
he gets to like 5 years down the line and she's the one that got away.
100%.
I honestly believe that.
And I
honestly
just want her
think
to
that.
get this big like rugby beefcake or something that's going to just like
Yeah.
whisk it away and
Yeah,
fall in
yeah,
love.
yeah.
Like I need
Speaking
her
of
to
She's such a dark horse, though. I think she
Rugby
is.
beefcakes. What do you think of Luke? Luke and Amy, isn't it? Yeah.
Looks
They were
funny, and
they were. Luke is perfect for that kind of show because
Yeah.
he's just got so many one-liners and you don't even
Yeah,
know if they're
honestly.
intentional or not. You're like, are you trying to be funny or are you just funny?
I couldn't
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
figure him out because like everything he said just sounded like a meme.
Yeah,
And like
I know what
kinda,
you
like,
mean.
he'd like written it out before,
Yep.
but then like I'm like, surely you can't be that funny all the time.
Yeah.
No, I just think that's he is a poet. So
Yeah.
maybe he is. It was the car park analogy. That's the funniest thing ever.
Was she raging about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can imagine
when
why.
I heard him say it, I was like, stop saying. You
For
know,
anyone who
there's
doesn't know
cameras
what
on.
we're talking
There's
about,
cameras on.
yeah, for everyone that doesn't know, 'cause some people might not have seen
Yeah.
this part. He basically said she wants me to park the car in the garage, but I want to park outside of the garage
On the driveway.
on the driveway. But and basically what he was saying was she wants me to come inside her.
Yes.
So it was a
Yeah.
it was a lot of information.
It was a lot
Imagine
to
putting that out there.
I know.
It's a lot.
It was
And
Emma
did she
coming
know
over.
about that? Did she find out about that when she watched it back? That they'd
Yes.
did she know that was going to be
So,
in?
see if there's anything that you need to worry about or anything major in the episodes, the welfare team will phone you and be
Yeah.
like, right, this is going to happen. So she was like, that for fuck's sake.
Oh, that's
Like,
worse. I'd rather just find
Yeah.
out live.
Yeah.
Rather than have
Everybody
to
knows,
worry about it.
and you
Yeah,
can't do
yeah,
anything
yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You don't know how it's going to come across either.
Yeah.
So like you get the warning and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible.
But glad
then
you
it
get
happens
the warning,
and
so
you're like-
you're not watching it with your mum and dad. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking
My
about.
poor stepdad, he could not watch it.
Could
No.
they not? Oh.
He watched the first, I think he watched maybe 2 episodes and there was one episode I was at home watching it with my mum and stepdad. I couldn't say that there. I was watching it at home with my mum and my stepdad and he was literally like,
Oh, did he find it a lot?
and then he ended up just going upstairs.
Bless him. I think my dad would be the same, to be honest.
It
It's
was
so
a
old
wee
school,
soon.
eh?
Yeah.
You'd almost need them to watch it separate
Yeah.
so that you don't have to watch the same awkward bits together.
Yeah.
Because it would be a lot.
But I think anything to do with like sex or anything
Yeah.
like that, they're almost like,
Oh,
that doesn't happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But if we watch it separate, we could just pretend that nobody saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I wish I'd done that, I'm not going to lie. Even the first kiss in front of my family, I was
awkward,
pure.
isn't it?
Oh.
Oh, it is very awkward.
I didn't
I've done
like
this
it.
before.
I know. Why is
away.
watching?
My first kiss. And who would you say is the most unlikely pairing? Who did you think maybe weren't the most compatible?
Probably Amy and Luke, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? See, I thought they would have been perfect.
Looks wise, they are Barbie.
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah.
I think aesthetically amazing together. They're just very, very different people.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
Amy's actually so funny. Mm-hmm. So
I really like
funny.
her, actually.
Yeah, I really
She's
like her.
great. And I think he's just too icky.
I know what you mean. She said she seemed to cringe at him a lot, but some girls love that.
Yeah.
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 She's just not got the right match.
He was
Really,
so
yeah.
complimentary and she hated that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you could literally
Oh,
see
she was
her
wincing.
like
Yeah.
reclining
It's
every
almost
time.
like a cultural thing as well, though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
maybe he's just more used to being so
Love it.
romantic and
Yeah.
just saying everything that he thinks and
Yeah.
sexual innuendos every 10 seconds. Like she
I
couldn't.
couldn't handle that.
I love
No.
a sexual innuendo. I think me and him would go on great.
But I mean, it is every
Yeah.
every sentence, really.
And
He
Amy's one
can't
of
help
those people,
himself.
like, as much as she is absolutely beautiful, she can't take a compliment.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless her.
She's a wee soul, like, even if we're like, Amy, you look amazing, she'll be like, oh my god, no, you look amazing.
Aw.
Like, she's so
She
cute.
is sweet and
She
she's
just-
beautiful. She's really
She's
nice.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I quite like
Gorgeous.
them as a couple, though. They were good to watch.
Yeah.
What about Holly and Alex? That was like explosive all the time.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
I felt really sorry for her because she like missed her kids and what have you. And I think the point was that, you know, she said that he hadn't asked her how she felt, and he's like, well, I don't know if she's missing her kids.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious that anyone is away from their children for like however long it is. How long is it you're away?
Like, up to 12 weeks.
Right, very long time.
Yeah.
You're obviously going to miss
How
them.
old are Holly's kids? Are they young?
13
9
and something.
13.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Which, though, playing devil's advocate, though, if you've not got kids, it's probably just not in the forefront of his
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, that's true.
That's like
Yeah.
kind of to balance it out.
He's not, if he's not got
No,
kids, he's
not
I
got
don't agree.
kids
I
and-
don't agree at all. Because if you were away with someone and they hadn't once, like they didn't even mention or looked like they were bothered about being away from their kids, I would be like, that's a pure red flag.
Yeah.
See, if you're with someone for 12 weeks and you knew that a guy, right? I'm with a guy for 12 weeks and he's got kids at home, and not once has he expressed that he's upset and sad and he misses them, I'd be like, very strange you've not once mentioned your kids.
Yeah, but you're a parent right now and you know that feeling. So
I think I think that's just an obvious thing. Like, you've got actual kids
Yeah.
and you've not said you miss them.
He always said that he didn't have that, like, fatherly instinct. I think
Yeah.
that was, like, his excuse for it. But I was in the same situation and I'd be like, fine with
Yeah,
your wee boy. Like,
Yeah.
You'd make sure that they were feeling okay about it. So I got Holly's point in that. But they were probably the couple that we spent the most time with in the experiment.
Oh, really?
Mhm. So we seen a lot of their relationship.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Do
Fire.
you think it's been
Firecrackers.
portrayed the way that you would have expected? Do you think
No.
it's like an accurate portrayal, or do you think
I
there was a
think-
lot more to it?
yeah, there was a lot more to
Yeah,
it.
although obviously it would be because they edit it right
Yeah.
down. But
And I'm really surprised at the reaction that Holly's had.
oh really?
Yeah, like, I thought people were going to love her and be like, you've been amazing, you've walked away from that situation that wasn't good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's had so much hate.
Really?
Has she
I'm
really?
actually really surprised,
surprised
at
at
that.
that.
Yeah.
It's really sad, like, literal death threats.
No, shut up. Come on now.
Oh my god, get a grip.
And she's another one. I adore her. She's got such a kind heart. She's so protective. Like, I don't know what happened with me and Holly. We just, like,
You just
had
click.
this bond.
Yeah.
Right away, actually.
Right away. And then, was it the night before the retreat? And I was sick. And her and Lacey just turned up at my room.
Bless-
and it
I
was
really
the
like
first time
Lacey.
anyone had
Love
come. And it
Lacey.
was just like,
Lacey.
I was like, you guys are so sweet. And we literally sat and, like, drank orange juice and done each other's hair. We weren't even drinking wine. And we just,
Oh,
like,
that's
had
so
such a good vibe
nice.
together. So yeah, I'm still surprised at the hate that she's getting.
Do
Honestly.
you know what? I think because they've taken the most explosive parts, maybe, where she's
Yeah.
kind of like, I've had enough. That's probably why, but I'm surprised because even I can read between the lines and go that was a horrible situation.
That's it. I've said that to her a lot. I feel like people that are smart enough read between the lines.
That was not what she needed, especially as a mum, and that's not the sort of relationship she needed to
No,
be in
and I'm going to go out on a
whatsoever.
whim here and just say that, and you don't need to agree with it because I don't want you to put you in a position, but I do think that on his own, he needs help and counselling for the way that he acts with other people, because he might not realise, but he comes across extremely narcissistic, just general behaviour.
Just like childish as well.
yeah,
isn't it?
but
Childish.
even the faces and all that, like deliberately trying to antagonise people and all that, I'm like, that is very immature.
Yeah.
Very immature.
Alex is one of those people as well. See, if you do call him out on something, well, actually, sometimes if you call him out on something, he'll listen and take it on board, and then other times he just does the complete.
Yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
What about Hannah?
Oh,
What's your thoughts on that
because you
whole
guys came in at the
situation?
same time.
Do you know what? I think Hannah's just a very different person to me.
And a lot of other people.
Yeah.
The majority
Yeah.
of
She was good for the show.
But
Great
that's
for
it.
the
really
show.
good for the
Need
show.
someone
Great
like
for the
that
show.
on
Yeah.
telly.
Great for the show. Kieran called her Hurricane Hannah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is
That's
exactly
perfect.
what
Yeah.
she
Hannah,
is.
that's a good one.
But I think they do that really well when they pick characters for the show. Like she's went in and, I mean, from what I've caught up with, Hannah was, because when we were filming this is a week before there's still episodes and there's still the reunion, isn't there?
Yes.
Before when this goes out, but Hannah got involved with Rochelle's man,
Uh-huh.
Orson.
Orson. She got into
I
your
quite
man.
liked Rochelle.
Rochelle.
She's
But
so
she'll kinda
straight to the
disappear, don't think
point.
she?
Yeah.
Although I don't know if she'll be back for the reunion. We'll see. We'll find out.
I really like her though.
So Hannah, do you think Hannah was just there to find a man?
Yeah.
She was
Maybe
there
not-
to find a dick, really.
I think she was just there to hopefully try and do the whole twist thing and go and speak to the experts and stay on the show for longer, and it never
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's
if
been.
her and Stephen had worked out, because I know their like wedding day and the first couple of days of their honeymoon were like amazing.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
couldn't get over that. They clicked so well.
They
and
were,
then
like, amazing.
It almost was as if they had one argument and
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
got over
Can
it.
I be honest with that, right? And just what then happened, the fallout from that was all like a bit mental, messy, right? See the actual argument that they had. So basically, they had a fallout, and he said something that she'd mentioned off camera, and her reply was, "Oh, so is that what we're doing then? Shall I just go and talk about what you mentioned off camera?" She never said, actually watch it back, she never said, "I'm going to say what you said." She
Yeah.
went, "Oh, shall I just do that then? Because
Yeah.
that's what you're doing." That was not enough for him to fall out with her.
Yeah, she
about.
just kind of made a point.
She's
didn't
making
she?
a point, right? And I will hold, I think that was completely
Valid.
dramatised.
Yeah.
And that was never enough for him to be like, "You said you were going to do that." Well, no, she never. She was making an example of what you were doing.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I feel like he really clutched at straws there.
Yeah. I feel like he seen a side of her that he was just like not interested
Yeah.
in. Which is fair, like, and I think in that kind of situation, sometimes you need to think about, like, would I do this on the outside world?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Because you get so wrapped up in it. And then that was kind of the thing that I had as well. Would I put up with this on the outside? No.
Yeah.
No.
And you want to maybe give it like a wee bit of an extra shot, but not
Yeah.
too much where you go, this is so unnatural to
Yeah.
me. Like Polly and Adam,
Uh-huh.
a lot of that, they had to work so hard
Yeah.
to
And
even
you should
stay
have
together.
a spark. It's
I know.
like, I actually felt really bad for Adam, if I'm being
did I.
honest, right?
Did
Because
you?
I was like, I honestly see watching it back, especially having a wee boy myself, I'm like, if he was really like forced into like trying to fancy someone, he's not saying, "I think she's horrendous."
Yeah.
He's just saying, "I don't fancy her." Completely normal thing to say.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And there was a
And he's
point
been
where
honest.
one of the experts, who's the one with the blonde hair,
Mel.
Mel. So she says, at the end of the day, "Do you want to shag her?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a bit much. Like, that's really,
I know. I
wasn't
know.
it?" Like, even watching it, I was like, "Oh,
Because
right, okay."
he wants to, he's stuck in a position then because he wants to be honest,
Yeah.
but he also doesn't want to hurt her feelings because she's sitting right
Exactly.
there.
or come across like a dick on the telly,
Yeah.
like he did kind of
And I
on the
think it
wedding
was
day.
hard because they two had, like, they actually had such a good friendship.
Yep.
Like, see the banter between them and stuff
Yep.
like that. That they were fun to be around when they were together.
Yeah.
But I think they just couldn't get past that. But maybe.
But you go,
But you
it's
know
fine.
what?
Like,
It's
see if he
actually
doesn't
fine.
fancy her, that's fine. There'll
They
be
could
plenty
just
of
be
guys
friends with
that,
benefits.
but there'll be plenty of guys that don't fancy her either, and then there'll be plenty of guys that do fancy
fancy
her.
her.
Like, he got such a hard time and get painted to be such a villain
I know.
for saying that, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, but if you're out on the street walking past somebody,
You don't fancy everyone.
you don't
You need to
fancy
fancy everyone.
everybody.
Yeah, and it's actually fine to say that you don't fancy. Is he really right?
Surely her dad would rather know that somebody's not just fucking his daughter.
Yeah.
Because
I know.
fucking somebody's told him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to find
To,
somebody that
like-
thinks you're pure special and like absolutely
Ah.
loves you without having to
You
be
should
told.
never have to work
Yeah.
that hard.
No,
No.
you should never.
Like,
And
that's not right. If you have to
somebody-
work that hard, like, then people do that whole thing of relationships are always hard work. Like, yes, when you get obstacles, but not at the beginning.
I know.
That's maybe the pure fun time
Yeah,
where you're
that's
like,
your
I'm
honeymoon
obsessed
stage.
with them, and kind of the way that Ross and Sasha were.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely love each other a bit,
Yeah.
but then they get a hurdle, so they work on that. Like, that is normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it shouldn't be the first thing.
Yeah, never.
What about Charlie and Eve?
I never actually met
So
Eve.
you've never crossed paths at all?
I met Charlie at Girls' Day,
Yeah.
but that was the first time I've never met Eve yet.
Charlie seems really nice. I
I
think
like
that
her.
their
she get
story
villainized, to be honest.
in the first few episodes, I think she didn't come across as well because you didn't know the full story.
Yeah.
And you hadn't seen a lot of Eve as well. They just kind of, it made you think there's been more to it
Yeah.
that Eve's reacting to. And then as time went on, you were like, oh, Eve's really
reactive to everything.
reacted to
Yeah.
absolutely everything.
I think there was more to them, but I obviously like have
You
I
weren't
don't
there,
know Eve,
yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
I did have a couple of conversations with her when I came out, but just like over text and stuff. 'Cause obviously
Yeah.
she's in Ireland. But she kind of distanced herself from
Yeah.
the rest of us.
Do you know what as well? I think that people don't realise like psychologically the impact these shows can have on you. I mean, even for you to go on there, I mean, you work in makeup, so you're
Yeah.
a makeup artist and you do beauty and you're dealing with people every day, and then all of a sudden you're thrust onto everyone's TV screens,
Yeah.
and then people know your name, they know your face, they know your personality. Like you're walking down the street, people walking up and saying hello. How does that feel
It's
to have that level of like notability so quickly?
so weird. So
Did
so
your
weird.
Instagram just blow up that night?
Yeah.
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 Everyone
And
just found
do
you.
you know what? Mine has been a wee bit slower than the rest of the girls, but I think it's because my name. Nobody can spell my name.
Oh,
But I'm
that's
not,
so
do you know
We're
what?
in the
That's
same boat
okay.
with this.
Yeah.
Eyelids. I get it.
Yeah.
Eyelids. Yeah.
Eyelid gets it. But yeah, you're.
But it did go a bit mental.
Yeah.
And I did not prepare myself for what it was going to be like
And
online.
do people message you like stuff about the show? Did they ask you questions and all that about it? As
Yeah.
if you're
But
like
I've turned my message requests off. I'm like, I am not looking at them because
Yeah.
there's some savage people in there as well. So
Yeah.
I'm
Have
just
you had
like,
any like hate from it kind of idea?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or what? That's a prime example of people just talk shit for no reason. Because
Yeah.
I genuinely, I don't think there's anything that you could say that you've got to reproach yourself on. There's nothing though.
no, there was nothing in that you would expect to get any hate from anyway.
Do you know
like,
the one that kept getting me was the cheek filler comments? I had loads of people like dissolve your cheek filler, and I was like, guys, I just have chubby cheeks.
Oh my
Don't let me
God.
cheeks at all. You have a
Cheeks.
perfect face.
I was like, I've never had cheek filler.
That's those people that make those the same comment to absolutely everyone.
I
hoping
know.
that they
Yeah.
get a hit at one point.
That's so true.
I was like, oh. And then I had Glasgow uni accent loads.
But it's not
And I was
Glasgow
like, I'm
Uni.
not from Glasgow, guys.
It's not a Glasgow Uni accent
No.
though. You did get a lot of comparison to Jamie Genevieve.
Yes.
Loads of people. In fact, you know, I was actually watching. This is before you'd come on. Well, you were on the show, but I wasn't at that point yet, so I was a bit
Yeah.
behind. And people on her live were saying, "Oh my God, you look so like one of the girls that are on Mafs. You remind me so much of her."
Aw.
And everyone was like on this live, we're all going, "Who is it? We need to know. I've not been watching it." And then people were writing your name in. So then I went and did like a wee search, and I was like, I can
That's
see it.
so funny.
Yeah. So she was, and they'd been on her live. She was like, I need to go and see this because everyone keeps telling me that I
Oh
look like
my God,
someone.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So
I rate
mad.
it. I'm like, thank
Oh,
you so much,
yeah.
guys. I will take it. I will
100%.
take it.
And I was saying that as well. Your accent, I think, is quite like you sound
Yeah.
the same.
I think
You
we've
speak.
got a very similar vibe. Just in
Yeah,
general.
yeah. Which
What
is
about
cool.
we asked on Instagram
did.
for some questions. We're just going to fire them right at you.
And let's just say, generally, looking at them all, people are super nice. But
Yeah.
you could just chill out a bit.
And
So,
absolutely
yeah.
buzzing that you were coming on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Because people get so invested, like you say, 4 times a week. Like it is, it's a whole religion at that
It's a
point.
hobby. It's a hobby now.
It literally
Yeah.
is.
Right, so there's one here that says, if you could have chosen another husband out of the ones on the show, who would it have been?
Kieran, 100%. I don't even need to think about it.
Really?
Oh,
I
he's
adore him.
lovely.
I feel like I've said I adore them about everyone, but honestly,
Kieran and what was Kieran's-
Christina.
Christina. The
Keith.
Caravan.
small guy.
He lives in a caravan.
For me, he's a Cameron. And I don't know why.
Oh, sometimes you
In
do
my
that. Yeah.
head, I've just given him another name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kieran.
Yeah,
Kieran is lovely.
I've never
very
met
sweet.
anyone that just can make you laugh with hardly even saying anything. Like, he is an angel of a man.
Oh, and
Oh,
he does
that's
seem really
so
sweet.
And so was she as well. The two of them
Oh.
together, they were perfect.
Oh, yes.
I
So
can't
well
even
matched.
talk about Christina because I'll start crying.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's the best.
Are you still in touch with all the girls then?
Yeah.
Most of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
But Christina is
she's
honestly,
a wee darling. I feel horrendous for her because she's got that PMDD, and it's almost like she's battling herself constantly.
Yeah.
It's a sin.
But she's found medication now.
Oh, great.
And she's doing a lot better.
Perfect.
And managed. But honestly, I can't even explain her.
The episode where she gets the dog, Hugo, to come and meet them, and they go and do the agility thing. I was genuinely
Sobbing.
crying in my bath like a pure slug.
Sobbing. She's
Oh, it
honestly.
was very sweet.
Right. How do you feel your Mafs experience will affect your future relationships?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is a
That's
good one.
cheap. Who asked that?
This was a guy, actually.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't actually know. I'm like, I've started dating the tiniest little bit.
Ooh.
But I've decided I want to just be single just now and just see how it goes. But I think,
Do you think it makes you a wee bit more like open-minded to the fact that there's maybe more than just like your specific type?
yeah, definitely. Like, it's broadened my horizons, and I think I've realised that I need to be more honest about how I'm feeling in situations. And I've probably learned that I need to be a wee bit stronger.
Yeah.
So I think it'll take somebody very special to win me over
That's
now.
it. Be selective.
Yeah.
Good.
And also, you've always got that back pocket of, listen, I've had expert advice from
Yeah.
a panel.
Yeah.
And you're acting like an arsehole.
I know what's going on here.
Yeah, see, any situation you've got, you'll almost hear their voices in your head,
Yeah.
and they're like telling you what to do.
Paul was saying a wee
Let's say.
riddle.
Yeah, what would Paul say?
Paul, I don't know what you're saying.
What would Paul do?
I actually love this one. It's so random, right? Would you ever get a bob haircut? Because I think you would suit it so well.
I love our listeners.
No.
No,
No.
not for the bob.
Can't get
I've
rid
got
of the long hair. It's beautiful.
Too many cheeks for a bob, I think.
The bobs are. They've actually not made as big a comeback as what I thought.
I
would.
do
that's
think
it.
a bob.
That's
I
it.
think it's just
Bob,
amazing.
confidence.
This girl's working on it.
I did watch Sex and the City the other day and seen Samantha's, and I was like,
Oh, stunning.
oh, I want a bit.
You would suit a bob.
I
Yeah.
love a bob.
She's
I did
had
have
one.
one. Right. Looking back, do you agree with the behaviour towards Hannah on Girls' Day, especially Holly's?
No. I don't agree with it.
Okay.
I spoke to Holly about it. I spoke to Polly about it. We all actually had a conversation after it happened as well that was like a lot more civil. Everyone was kind of like, that was a lot.
Oh, yeah, but we
Hannah."
don't get to
That
see
is
that.
such
No.
a good. That is proper pals though.
And
Things
also,
that
guess
can
what
hold
else
you
it is?
accountable for
It's
like
real
if you went
life.
too far.
Yeah.
It's real life as well.
It's a lot of
People
emotion.
forget it's not scripted.
No.
People will react, and that's just what happens sometimes.
It's such
And
a
I will
tense
say,
environment, isn't it?
Yeah, Holly's a protector.
yeah.
Like, when
She's
she's
a mum. She's a mum.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
She is Mama
She
Bear.
is like, I will tell you what you've done wrong and why
Yeah.
I think it's wrong. And I don't agree that she's always that fiery. She can be really like personable
Yeah.
and like hold a situation really well, but they just take your first reaction.
And also,
obviously.
that's not going to make good telly.
no,
Yeah.
No, it's not.
This is what everybody always needs to bear in mind, is that they are showing you the most explosive bits, the most
Yeah.
dramatic
To
bits.
keep you
Yeah.
interested.
To keep you interested. And then see when people complain about that, that always does my head
Yeah.
in. Because you're like, that's the people that have made it a good show.
exactly.
Like-
Like the people don't want to see us apologising to Hannah.
They don't want to see happy
Guess what they
couples
don't
that got on
want?
Yeah.
12
instantly.
couples that get together and stay together for the rest of
just
their life.
happy family.
Yeah.
Like,
That
it
is
wouldn't be fun
boring.
TV.
Absolutely
That is
not.
Yeah.
boring.
A nice wee general one. How is life treating you after Mafs?
Good.
Have you been busy?
Yeah, it's been like I went back to my normal job and like there's not a whole lot that's changed in my life. I've not been great at posting it like that yet, so
I think you've been good.
I've been trying to push myself out there a wee
Put your
bit
makeup
more.
stuff
so
out there. Do it.
I need to do more. I need to just not be scared of the internet.
Oh, just
Don't
go
be.
for it.
Don't
Now's the
be-
time.
like seize it.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Absolutely.
maths on live, TikTok lives. They're
Yes.
everywhere. It's
I
always the
know.
same ones that are coming up.
I've joined Christina's live once, and then we done me, Holly, Emma, and Christina done one night. That's the only
Yeah.
two that I've done. I'm
Yeah.
kinda scared
Live
of
is
it,
a hard
but-
one to go for as
It
well.
is
You never know
hard.
what people are going to say.
Yeah. Okay, a lot of them are very, very similar, right? So the gist of it really is what actually happened with you and Ryan, it was very sudden.
It was very sudden. I just decided that I wasn't going to put up with the behaviours that I was kind of seeing.
You
And
saw the red flags.
I saw the red flags, and I thought I wouldn't put up with this in normal life. So
Good for you.
Yeah, quite
Good for you.
right.
You
Quite
need to
right.
stick to it. You just know, like sometimes it's just in your gut, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can see the wee things that build the picture of somebody. And obviously, any TV program like that where they've edited it, you see the real person.
yeah,
And we see like 1%.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see the TV
Of that.
personality.
yeah,
And I think as well, it just shows again, like your character on the show, how honest you are, that you're there for the right reasons. Like,
Yeah.
you were there because you genuinely wanted to maybe, like, the husband thing's maybe too far, but you definitely wanted to get somebody
Yeah.
you wanted to go out with for a wee while.
Yeah.
And, like, if it ended up being, like, someone you spent the rest of your life with, that's amazing.
For
But
sure.
it's a dating show at that point, right? And I think it was a great thing that you went on and you were like, do you know what? It's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm away home.
Yeah.
Because I was here for the right reasons, whereas some people definitely were not.
yeah.
Was there anybody that you thought, sorry, I'm just jumping in my own question.
yeah.
Was there anybody that you thought was there for the exposure more than they were for the relationship?
You don't need to say their name if you don't want to, but just yes or no.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy or girl?
both.
Oh, interesting.
I know. I feel like I know who it is. I'm going to say Orson and Hannah. It's the truth.
Do you think Hannah was there to get famous?
Yeah. She definitely didn't want to go home.
I think she knew what she was doing.
She was desperately trying to get with somebody else just to stay within the. And do you know what? Can you
Wait,
blame them?
So if she had got with somebody else, would they
This
then
has
have
happened
stayed?
before, but the thing is, you need to do it in a particular way. So you need to go to the experts and say, listen, I think I've actually got a connection with somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm getting on really well, and I'd quite like to explore that. And then they would have to do the same thing. And then within the ceremony thing, they would then say, look, we're wanting to leave, but actually we want to get together. And that'd be okay. But what has happened is they've lipsed, what a funny expression, they've lips off camera.
Uh-huh.
What, is this a new thing, lips? Is that,
Lips.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before.
It's an English thing.
I'm
They
gonna
lips.
veto that. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
No.
Can we never say that again?
You're not going to say it to Andy? I thought we were all going to use this.
Oh, because it made. Do you
Andy,
know
do you
what?
like lips tonight?
Lips. Don't like it.
Who prearranges a kiss?
Ailey.
100%.
She'd definitely forget though.
I would. I didn't turn
Taylor's so
alarms on my
forgetful.
phone. Like, oh, sorry. Right.
8 p.m. lips, Andy.
Is Hannah really as two-faced as she's portrayed? We don't need to answer that, but that's a question that came in.
I think Hannah's actually had a really good edit.
Do you?
Oh!
I do.
I love that because you've said
Oh,
so
you said
little,
so
but you've
little.
said so much.
Do you know what it is though? There's just some girls that just have no loyalty to other girls.
It's girl code, isn't it?
It is girl code.
Do you know what I find
and
a really
that's-
strange comment? It was like, I don't see boys and girls separately. I just see them as one.
Yeah.
I see you flirt with any girls though.
Yeah.
It's just really strange.
I know.
What a strange thing to
Where's
say.
my compliment, Hannah?
Yeah.
And there was red flags in that from the start because she was making the wee comments to all the other husbands, wasn't it? You could
But it-
kind of see where it was going to go early
It's a
on.
stupid thing like rubbing other people's feet and holding
Yeah.
holding hands to make what's his face jealous and stuff. You're like, are you fucking 5?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
immature.
Don't want to pure dig the girl out here and make her gay
Although,
out of it.
Stephen's not my favourite, right? Just
Sneaky
as
Steve.
if Sneaky Steve was not my favourite. Sneaky Steve was going to lay on you.
It was.
How did you
Was
feel
it-
about
yeah,
that?
And was that? Did you get like a wee bit of a? Would you have guessed that? You know, sometimes you can tell
I
when a
think it came
guy's.
from nowhere.
Nowhere. Nowhere. See, when Holly told me, I was literally like, oh, I think I stood for about 5 minutes going, ooh, and then cut all that out because I was just panicking about it. I was like, that, no, no,
He's
no,
not
no.
a scare boy. I don't want him. I'm saying see you later, boy.
Avril Lavigne.
I love that.
That is so funny.
Yeah, he was, do you know what?
God loves a trier.
God loves a trier.
Yeah.
God loves a trier. And then the whole girls' night thing as well. Everyone was saying that there's not a difference between me speaking to Ryan, me definitely not speaking to Ryan, me speaking to Stephen and Hannah speaking to Ryan. I didn't chase after Stephen.
No,
Yeah.
That was the difference.
Yeah. But you didn't get involved with Stephen.
no. He just planned to get involved with you. It was
No,
very
you shut
strange.
it down. That's what you
Yeah.
said in girls' night. Like you shut it down
Yeah.
like instantly. Like you can be friends, and that's it.
Yeah.
I did think at one point that Polly might have got with Stephen. I did think that kind of would have happened. Yeah, because there was a few instances where the girls, like her and Holly and Polly, funny little duo there, they were always kind of like being the shoulder for him. And I was like, oh, is this like I'm the shoulder to cry on, but also if you want to cry a little longer on my shoulder, I'd
Yeah.
say no.
Try a little lower.
Yeah.
Cry a little more. Cry me a river.
Oh yeah, because in fact, Polly did say that she would switch to Stephen,
Yeah.
didn't she?
I would
wasn't
rate them
surprised.
together.
Same.
Really?
I
I
actually
would
feel
rate
like
them
they'd
together.
they would be a better match than her and Adam. They
Yeah,
would
I
have
think
been.
so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think her and Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would have been good for each other.
A couple that we haven't spoken about yet is Lacey and
Nathan?
Nathan.
Nathan's beautiful, isn't he?
He's so cute.
They're both great, honestly.
He's like an AI character.
He is.
honestly,
yeah.
he's...
Flawless.
He is flawless. He has a filter.
My
Yeah,
friends are
nice.
literally like, can you ask Nathan for his skincare routine?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
He's
beautiful.
beautiful.
He's-
Has he been in something before?
I don't think so.
He has a face that looks like he's been in something before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Do you know
very
who I think he looks
familiar.
like? He looks a bit like Luke from Love Island.
That's exactly who it is.
But he's a dark-haired Luke.
Yeah,
What
that's
was
exactly who it is. Luke that went out with the girl with the crimped
still
hair
together?
that are still together.
Lucy.
Lucy. Remember? So he's like
yeah.
him. I told you I've got that thing with the faces. I literally cannot.
You have to
let
give
it lie.
everyone a genre.
So he's in that genre. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I rate the
he's-
two of them.
They're
Yeah,
really,
They're
really
lovely.
cute.
They're really cute.
Have you had a lot of interest since the show? Like, has there been like any school friends that have come out that we've worked like, hi, how are you? No, I spoke to you in
You
like
were
10
great.
years, but you were great.
There's
have you had a
been a
lot of that?
couple.
Did you have a good time at school? Everything fine?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it, but
Yeah. No
Most people
school
don't.
bullies though.
I had like a wee bit, but nothing like.
So what
crazy,
I'm asking
crazy.
is, because it's quite interesting, see when you become well liked on like a public level, people who maybe weren't your number one fan when you were at school or
Yeah.
whatever, all of a sudden want to be your best pal.
Yeah,
Have you had a bit of that?
a little bit of that. Yeah, and I'm like,
it's irritating,
it's
isn't
very
it?
obvious.
Very obvious.
Very
It's giving
obvious.
desperation.
Yeah.
What about, would you ever go on any other show, any other reality TV? Like, what if Love Island come up,
You'd
or
be great on Love Island.
Yeah.
I'm too old for Love Island now.
You are not. What
How old are you?
30.
No,
I would never have thought you were 30, first of all, but I don't think you're too old for Love Island.
no.
I don't know though.
If they put
I would
other,
maybe
like,
do something.
Yeah.
but
Would you
maybe
ever have
not
done like
dating.
Love Is Blind?
It's the same production company.
Is
that
it?
do
you could do Love Is
It's,
Blind.
it's a very similar kind of thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
You don't see them.
But then do you not think you pure run the risk of that one, of being in like Polly and Adam's situation where
Yeah.
like, okay, you might pure click
Yeah.
on this level, but then you see them and you instantly go,
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not
feeling
horny
this
at
Yeah.
all.
I don't know if
dry
I
as
could
a
do anything
desert.
more
Like,
dating.
no.
I met Lucinda from the Australian Maths a couple of weeks
Oh,
ago.
did you?
She's pure like, get you back for a second season of Maths, and I'm like that. No,
No, thank you.
I've never done that before. I've
No.
never had anyone back the second time.
no.
I think you'd be great, though.
Yeah, and I
don't
think
know
you
if I
deserve
could
it.
do that.
I think you deserve to get a good shot.
I think you would have
Imagine
a
I got
good
another
case.
daughter.
I think you'd have a good case, to be honest, to go and say, like, I think I deserve a second chance.
Give me another one.
I think so.
I just think I do love the idea of like experts matching you with someone.
Yeah.
And like they can tell you, no, I actually think that you'd be really good with this person.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are spot on.
Do they ever sit down and tell you the reasons why they matched you? Because I think that would be so interesting for them to be
I
like,
know.
This is the grounds that we've based this on.
Yeah.
Because actually you've said this, but from that we've taken this part.
Yeah, like, I do think it's a strange thing to match someone with 4 kids with somebody who's not got kids yet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying kids should hold you back.
Totally different stages.
I'm
in
not
life,
saying
though.
it should hold you back, but just being
Who's
realistic.
got 4 kids?
Stephen
Does he?
has 4 children and matched him with Hannah, who has no kids yet. I think in a lot of ways it would actually be easier to get somebody else who's got a family and blend them.
Yeah.
Than what it would be to say, you're going from 0 to 4. Like,
I know.
that's a lot. I don't think that would ever have worked. Well, probably does. People probably got with people who've got kids,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
4 kids. But not in that kind of situation where they've not
Yeah.
even like properly known them yet.
Yeah.
Weird.
And you've not really had like any choice in it.
Yeah, strange. So since the show, have you had like guys message you and be like, "Hi, I could have been your husband"?
Yeah, but it's all like
Creeps.
sad.
Oh, what?
I've not had any nice ones in my DMs yet.
Oh, you might after this
Stop.
episode.
Oh.
Maybe find you a man here.
Yeah, we could-
This is the new dating show.
Right, but we've got loads
We've
of guy
been saying how much
listeners.
we would love to do that, though. Eh?
We would desperately love to
We
be the
had some-
Cilla Black of this generation.
Yes,
right.
we did try it.
And we want to match people up.
You should do that. For the
I
next live
would
show.
love
Think about
it.
it.
By the way, we did try and do it right, but see, trying to find. We just take it very personally with the suitors that we're trying to match these girls up with.
Yeah.
That they need to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See, as soon as someone goes, oh, that guy, I mean, he's nice, but he's a wee bit of a dick.
Oh no.
No.
No, gone.
Because we can't take the responsibility of that.
No.
So we need good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like good quality.
Not too good though that they're a bit of a sap.
No,
We don't want that.
it's a hard find.
It is a really fine line, isn't it?
Someone did ask us to take over their Tinder for them, which is so fun.
No, it wasn't their Tinder.
Was it? Was it not?
Oh no.
It was Tinder too.
No,
Yeah.
it was Tinder, sorry.
There's a
I
thing
think
you
that
can
would
do.
be really fun.
So I
It would
met
be.
her. I
Yeah,
met
she was
her
at the show, wasn't
Yep.
she?
And she said, you can basically do it. Yes, it was at the show.
Oh, you click the link, don't you? You get it for like half an hour. or
Yeah, I
something?
guess I think it's actually 4 hours. You get unlimited like use for 4 hours. Where you can just match your friends. It's called
How
Play
Do you ever do
Matchmaker.
Tinder or anything
fun.
like that?
I don't think so.
No, not
Have you
up
never
for
been
it.
on Tinder?
I have, but it's just not for me.
Is it rubbish? In my head, it'd be Argos shopping. You're circling the
Yeah.
things in the page that you want.
Yeah.
Because this all happened like online dating apps after we were all
Yep.
set
Yeah,
up.
we never got a
Do you know what I
chance
mean?
to do that.
I just
Yeah.
feel a wee bit mean when I'm doing it as well, like looking at somebody's picture and be like, no.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would love it.
Yeah.
Nope, yes, nope, yes, nope, yes.
You'd be like that. Oh, yes.
That's what I'm like.
Dad. Okay.
Right, what about this one? What is your biggest regret from the show and the best thing that you took away from it?
Biggest regret.
Or do you have any regrets?
You can say none. You don't need to regret a single thing.
Maybe wish I'd kind of calmed down the situation with Hannah. I wish I'd kind of stepped in and been like, right, guys, earlier, than what happened.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was Hannah, I would have been heartbroken.
It was a lot for her, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Because it felt like everyone was going at her.
And as much as she's not my kind of person, I don't think any girl deserves that. So I wish I'd kind of clamped down on that. But I was a scared gal, guys, and I was trying to fight my own corner at the same time, and it's just like a lot. So I do wish, maybe not stuck up for her, but just
Calmed it down.
de-escalated the
diffuse it.
situation.
Yeah, but also you're not responsible as well for everyone else's actions.
Yeah.
So another that's also part of it. Hindsight's a great thing.
I'm
Do you know
a
what I mean?
chronic people pleaser as well, so
Welcome to my world.
And are you so glad you done the show then?
yeah,
Yeah.
what's the
I
best thing?
definitely. I don't know yet.
Probably meeting all the girls. Like that's a pure
Yeah.
new entire friendship group that
Like,
you would never have met before.
Would never have met these people before,
Yeah.
and I'm really, really grateful that I've done it for that reason. As much as I didn't get what I wanted,
Yeah.
they were amazing.
Who would you say out of the girls that you're like closest with now? Like who are you still really in touch with?
We've all got a big group chat, so
Oh,
we
do
all
you?
speak in that.
What's
most
the name
time.
of it?
Just Mafs girls. It's really boring, isn't it?
Oh, we need to try and think of something.
I think
Yeah.
we need
There's
a
a
new
pun.
one.
There's
there's a pun
Yeah,
in there
pun in there.
somewhere.
Pun to
So
be
do
had.
you do like a wee group watch together when
Yeah.
it comes on? Yeah.
And
you're
we'll
just
do
in
like
the
we group
chat.
FaceTime sometimes and all that. But
That'd be so
I
fun.
would say I'm closest with Holly and Christina. I love those two.
I didn't think that Christina and Holly were pally.
Yeah.
Did you get that impression? That
I
they were
thought
really
Holly
pally?
and
Holly
Polly were
I
really
thought they were
close.
like the tightest of the full group.
Yeah.
That's just the impression I thought.
yeah.
The guys were pally.
They're definitely like good friends. We're all, I would say, if all the girls apart from a couple
Yeah.
are good friends.
Yeah.
What an amazing thing to do though. Like to see that
Yeah.
you've done that. That's a huge.
And everyone's so encouraging. Like, see, whenever anyone gets like something sent to them, or like everyone's like, "Oh my god, that is amazing! I'm so excited for you!" And like
that's
nobody
nice.
hides anything. Like they were all buzzing for me when I got invited to Lucinda's show. Like nobody's kind of dampening on anyone's parade. Everyone's just pure lifting each other
That's
up, which
good.
is so nice.
That is really
That's
nice.
amazing.
That's so cool.
Right, we're going to head over to confession sessions
We get some of
now.
your
Do you want to come over and get some of the juicy stories?
Yes.
Yes,
If
amazing.
you want to join us, just click the link below and unlock a full extra episode. It'll be out on Wednesday. Thanks so much for coming on.
Oh,
Leave all your details below and everybody can go and follow
I know, can you actually spell it out? Because to follow
Yes.
Sionainn on Instagram, it is.
SIONAINNX.
There we go. And it'll be linked below because
Yep.
it's not fair. I actually think you need to put in your caption or like, you know, your wee bio thing saying Sionainn, but just spelled like that. Because then it'll be searchable.
Yeah.
So annoying. Anyway, go and follow us over there and we will see you on confession sessions.
Yes.
Bye.